would you like to do for an adventure if you could pick something?
I like a boat ship to go all the world.
Go around the world on a boat. You like being on
But
boats?
yeah, but I need to have many fuel.
A lot of fuel. Hot in here. Just a little bit hot in here.
What?
Wow, what a cool background. It looks like you're in a log cabin somewhere out in the mountains. Are you home or at grandma's?
I'm home.
Oh, you're home. Ooh, it looks snazzy. Snazzy. Is that real wood or is it like tiles? What is the material? Knock on it. Is it real wood?
I don't think so.
No, it looks really cool. Really cool. That's the living room? No, that's a bedroom.
That's better.
Your bedroom or your parents?
Oh, my parents.
Your parents' bedroom, huh? You sleep in the closet, right?
No, I sleep in the other room.
In the other room. Of course, the other room. Okay, so everybody's okay. Nobody's sick today. Everybody's good.
Yeah, I think so.
And your brother's playing video games again?
I think so because today I have my cousin. He will go to my house to. I think he will go home in 5 or 6 p.m.
Oh, at time, remember? He'll go home at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
At a time, on a day, in a month. Basic preposition. All right, buddy. We're going to do the story on, what was his name again? Aaron Ralston. The fella who, remember the guy? Remember that story? Guy who got stuck in the canyon?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to him? What do you remember?
He have the big rock fell on his right arm, and I think have 4 or 5 days he cut his right arm to be free.
Yeah. So what would have happened if he didn't cut his arm off?
He will die because have no food or
That's a scary situation. Yeah. Can you imagine being stuck like that and having to cut your own arm off? Wow. I can't even imagine what was going through his head. That would have been horrible. But that's what we're going to read about. All right. And then I'm going to ask you a few questions. We're still in the interest 1 to, mind you, we're going to pre-intermediate in interest 10 starting this week. We're going to go up a little level. But until interest 11, we're still just doing the reading test with the comprehension questions. So that's what we're going to do. It's the same routine. I'm going to get you to read the 2 little parts here about Aaron Ralston. And then I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to score you on your pronunciation, your fluency, use of grammar, depth and vocabulary, and of course, comprehension. So when you're ready, read.
Okay. Lose your arms or die your life, or lose your life.
Lose your life, yeah.
Aaron climbed down a narrow gap between
what about the intro here? Under your life in April 2003 or 2003. Okay. Give us the intro here.
In April 2003, Aaron Ralston went to Blue John Canyon in Utah.
Blue John Canyon in Utah. Utah is a state.
Yeah,
Western
he
Western
taught to
US.
hike. Was taught to hike, although he was on his own. He was an experienced climber, so he wasn't worried. But he made two big mistakes. He didn't have a mobile phone with him, and he didn't tell anybody where he was. Aaron climbed down a narrow gap between the walls of the canyon. Suddenly, a large rock fell on his right arm. It trapped his arm against and the canyon wall. He tried to pull his arm out, but the rock weighed uh, three 360 kilograms. It was impossible. Aaron realized
Aaron.
that
His name is Aaron. Try that again. Try that again. His name,
Aaron.
right? Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron realized
Yeah.
realized that he was in trouble. He couldn't phone a friend or his parents, and nobody knew he was there. He didn't have much food or water with him. First of all, he tried to move the rock, then he tried to break the rock with his knife. He had a rope and tried to pull the rock away.
A rope.
Not
A rope to climb a rope or to tie something. He had a rope.
He had a rope and he tried to pull the rock away. Nothing worked. Meanwhile, Aaron slowly drank his water and ate his food. He had a video camera with him and he videoed himself every day. I'll recorded messengers to his
recorded
messengers
messages, not messenger. Messages
to his parents and his friends. After 5 days, Aaron had no more water, and he felt very weak and ill. He couldn't feel his hand. He had to make a decision. He could die or he could cut his own arm off. He broke the bone in his arm. Then he tied a cloth around his arm and started cutting with his knife. It took him an hour. He said after the rewards, he was 100 times worse than any pain I felt before. Finally, he was free, but he was still 12 kilometers from his car. He had to go down the canyon wall on a rope using just one arm. Then he had to walk through the canyon in the hot sun. Eventually, he met some other hikers and a helicopter came to rescue him. Nowadays, Aaron gives talks about his experience, and recently he has written a book about it. He has an artificial arm. He still loves hiking and he hasn't given up climbing. He's lost his arm, but he's still alive.
Yeah. His experience. And recently he has written a book about it. He has an artificial means fake, right? Just like artificial intelligence, AI in the computer.
A robot arm.
An artificial arm, yeah, because it's not real. You can see the picture, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's artificial.
artificial.
Yeah. What do you think? Would you go hiking alone in the canyons or the mountains?
No, I will go with some friends or my parents. I think so.
Yeah. Because you read this story? What if your friends don't want to go, but you want to go?
Mm, I think I will take more like phone, more food or water when I have when I have uh, dangerous when I have dangerous I can call to friends or parents to call
And come
to
get
call,
you.
call to help.
Yeah. In case you get into a dangerous situation. Yeah. Or find danger, or danger finds you, or maybe you'll run into a bear.
Uh, I will fake die to yeah.
Fake die.
I read in I read in a newspaper that fake die the bear is
Play dead.
gone.
Fake that you're, or pretend that you're dead. Pretend, yeah. Lay down and play dead is what they call it.
Yeah, I don't know how to call it like.
Yeah, I took bear training because I used to work in the mountains when I was a young man, and that's one of the things. If you do encounter a bear, and the bear, if it's old or it's sick, it might attack you. Usually, the bear will hear you or smell you and run away. Usually, you don't have to worry, but sometimes they do attack, especially if they have cubs like babies. But you don't really have a chance against the bear. You really have to just hope that he's going to get tired of you, not think that you're threatening, and leave you. But yeah, that's what they say. If the bear does attack, you lay down and you cover up your chest and your body area to protect your organs. And then that's it. And if you have a backpack, is good too. You can lay on your stomach, and maybe the backpack will get most of the brunt of its force. But
Yeah.
it's not a good thing. You do not want to be attacked by a bear. Not a good idea. All right.
Oh, so loud.
Yeah, well, I saw, was it your mom putting some clothes away? I saw someone and heard someone in the back.
Yeah, because we will go in back then.
All right. So tell me, when Aaron got in trouble, what did he do? He climbed down something. What did he climb down that he got caught in? What did he climb into or down into?
What
did he climb down into?
He could
where did he go? Where did he climb to? Because he didn't go in the mountain. He went into is the opposite. They go down, right? Not up. The opposite of mountains.
Yeah, he tried to pull his arm out.
Before that, where did he go before he got in trouble? Right? He climbed down into what?
He climbed down a narrow
what?
A narrow gap between the walls of the canyon.
Yeah, a narrow gap between the walls of the canyon. That's what he did. He was climbing down, not up. Yeah. So after the accident, I'm going to ask in different orders here. After he lost his arm, how did he get out of the canyon?
He cut his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Cut his arm. First he broke the bone. He broke the bone in his arm. Then he tied a cloth around his arm. and started cutting with his knife.
Yeah, that's how he cut his arm off. That's for that question. But this question is, after he cut his arm off, how did he get out of the canyon? How did he get out of there?
He met some other hikers and a
At the
helicopter.
down in the canyon? He met people down in the canyon? No.
No,
First, he had to do something before he met other hikers.
he had to go down the canyon.
But he already went down the canyon and he got stuck and he had to cut his arm off. And then he had to get out. How did he get out of the canyon with only one arm?
He walked on the rope using just one arm.
Yeah, he used the rope to help him and he climbed out of the canyon first. Then he walked out into the valley or in through the canyons until he found someone. Where did this happen? Where was he? Was he in China?
No.
No? Vietnam.
No, he's not in Vietnam.
He was in England. Africa?
No, I don't think so.
Where was he?
Utah.
Where's Utah?
What?
Talked about it at the beginning. Where is Utah? It's a state.
Yeah. Because I don't read many state of the world, so I don't know it.
Oh, it's one of the states in the USA, the US, the United States. Utah is one of the 50 states.
Yeah.
In Western US. So did he have any water or food? How did he stay alive for, I think it was almost 3 days or something?
Yeah, he has food and water, but when he stay there for a long time, his food and water will off.
Run out.
Yeah, run out.
Reading. Okay. So back to the mistakes. What mistakes did he make? What were the two main mistakes that he made?
He made two big mistakes.
He did. What were they?
Yeah, it's in under lose your arm or lose your life.
No, that wasn't the mistake. That was the correction. That's what he did to save his life. But he had to do that because he made two mistakes when he started his trip. What were the two big mistakes that he made in planning his hike? What did he do wrong? Right from the beginning, he did something very wrong. Two things. Just think about it. If he had have done these two things, he wouldn't have been stuck. People would have known where he was. They would have found him. But they didn't. Why? What were the mistakes he made?
He didn't have a mobile phone. And he didn't tell anybody where it was.
Exactly. He didn't bring a mobile phone and he didn't tell anybody where he was going. So something bad happens. Nobody knows what canyon. I mean, look at the picture. Look how big that is.
Yeah, I think this is a stupid thing.
It's a very stupid thing. They always say if you go hiking in the mountains or in the forest or in the canyons, always maybe bring a flare if you can to fire and certainly tell people. Well, number one, they always say don't go alone. That's rule number one. But if you're going to go alone, because I went in the mountains before alone, but bring a hand phone, tell people where you're going to go. So that way, if, hey, it's dark out. Where's Aaron? Where is he? What's going on here? I don't know. We'll give it another hour. If he's not back, we better call the park rangers and tell them that he's still in the mountains and it's nighttime. Because it was 3 days, I think, 120 some hours. So maybe
Okay. I don't know.
So that was the two big mistakes he made right off the get-go. All right. So tell me what happens at the end of the story here. He cuts his arm off, which you already explained. And then he climbed out with one arm of the canyon. And then he climbed down into the valley floor. And he had to go 12 kilometers back to his car. What happened then? How did he get rescued? The question is, how did Aaron get rescued?
He met some other hikers, and a helicopter rescued him.
And a what rescued him?
No, he met some
hikers.
And a helicopter came to rescue him.
Exactly, because they had a phone and they called park rangers or something like that, and they came and rescued him. Yeah. All right. So after this happened and he's okay now, does he still go hiking or he quit?
Yeah, he still go hiking.
He still goes hiking. Yeah. Would you like to go hiking in the canyons?
No.
No?
Because I'm scared of high. I'm scared of high place.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah, well, maybe there's trails and you can just go hiking, not climbing. Yeah. All right. So what would you like to do, though? What kind of adventure? What would be an adventure you would like to do? Is it to go visit some castles, or maybe it's go on a road trip, a safari in Africa to see all the lions and tigers, or maybe a cruise on a ship? What would you like to do for an adventure if you could pick something?
I like a boat ship to go all the world.
Go around the world on a boat. You like being on boats?
Yeah, but I need to have many fuel.
A lot of fuel. Well, there are people that do it, that have yachts, big cruiser boats there. They can do it and go on yachts. And then there's other cruises you could take. To go around the world, but that would be very expensive too. And then there's another way that you could do it, is you could learn to sail.
Yeah.
Some people do it, and most of the traveling is done with the wind and the sails, and then they only use the motors and engine when there's no wind, or when they're going into the docks to get food and supplies. But that's a wonderful dream. I would like to go with you, because I would love to go around the world on a boat. I think that would be an adventure of a lifetime, for sure.
But I need well, the weather is not raining or something, or have
storms. Yeah. Well, that's the thing now with the satellites and the computer systems and GPSs and all the stuff they have for boats. You can monitor the weather everywhere now. So you can avoid, you'll know if there's a storm to the east or the west or wherever you're going, and you'll know which way to go to stay away from a storm. Because, yeah, of course, you do not want to be stuck in a storm. That would not be good.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to call anybody there. And even if you did, if you're in the middle of the ocean, it's going to take a long time for someone to come and help you. Not a good idea. All right, buddy. No, you did good. You were a lot more relaxed this time. You were a lot calmer when you were reading, and more composed would be the right word. And you got most of your points across, which is very important. So that's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to interest 10. Yeah. All right, buddy. I'm going to go test Lily now because it's her last class in Interest 9. And I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good Sunday afternoon.
Okay, thanks. Have
Goodbye,
a good day.
Elliot. Good to say hi to your brother for me and your mom and dad.
Okay.
Tell
But wait. My mouse, I don't think my mouse can move now.
your mouse? Oh, it's a wireless mouse.
It's working.
Okay, that's good. It's pretty hard to use a computer if your mouse don't work. All right, I gotta go. Goodbye, mister.
Bye.